What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to talk about the reworked version of the OG classic Spidey. So his abilities are actually super simple, like it's only those sentences, but let's go over them really quickly. So his awakened ability he's got at 6200 is a 6 to rank 3, 27.95% chance to evade attacks. The good thing is that it doesn't trigger through the block right now, because it definitely messes you up. But it triggers through the block unless it's an unblockable attack. So it can actually save you when you block an unblockable attack. So that's really cool. And then the duration of his personal thoughts increased by 0.6. It's like nothing. I'm not sure if it's bugged, but it seems like nothing. And the potency of Spider-Man's personal thoughts is increased by flat %. So it's kind of like nothing, to be honest. And then when he's got 4+ webbing, the debuffs from webbing can stack up to 2 times. And then +5, the debuffs from webbing can stack up to 6 times. So this is really important, or sorry, 3 times. Really important stuff, and you're gonna see in the gameplay soon. So this guy has a lot of taunts. Like, he's gonna be like the best science champion to like bait out special attacks like Hyperion and stuff like that. So he's got a 25% chance to inflict a taunt that lasts 11 seconds, reducing the opponent's attack rating by only 1%. Because he stacks so many. If you reduce it like by 40, like I think Spider-Ham does, it would be too much. And this chance is increased by a flat 75% chance against stunned opponents. So it's pretty much the same as Spider-Ham. Like, Spider-Ham has a 50% chance to apply Porker Popper with his mediums, and it goes up to 75% chance while they're stunned. So really good chance to apply those taunts while the opponent is stunned. And this those taunts actually give you an extra 2% chance to evade attacks. So let's say you have 10, you have a 20% chance to evade, and then you also have the 27% of the awaken ability. So really good stuff. It can definitely save you. And then we go for his webbing stuff. So it seems to say some weird stuff in the beta, but yeah, Spider-Man uses his special attacks to web the opponents. As more webbing is applied, the opponent suffers various non-stacking debuffs, and webbing falls off slowly as the opponent attacks and moves. So we're gonna explain that in the gameplay. So while he has 1 webbing, there's a suppression debuff of potency of 10%. And remember, those can stack up to 3 times in the awaken ability. In the 6200, like as you can see right here, with 5 webs. With 2+ webs, you get a decelerate debuff potency of 35%. And I believe decelerate, I'm pretty sure it increases your debuff duration, if I'm not mistaken. Then with 3 webbing, decelerate debuff of 25% potency, and it doesn't affect the parry master. I'm not sure what this means, but I think decelerate debuff is like, it's kind of like anti-venom. It has a slow mechanic which can fail abilities, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong though, I'm not too sure. So special attack 1, each web shooter applies 1 stack of webbing to the opponent. So you'll see what this means in the gameplay. You got to check the gameplay. So, and this TSP2 is pretty much only his only damage. So this attack has a guaranteed stun for 3 seconds. And remember, if you have those decelerate debuffs, the debuffs are going to last longer. You're going to see that like some nice chain reaction. So while the stun is active, the opponent's physical resistance is lowered for each taunt on them. So it's not a big amount, but you can literally, you're going to see 15 taunts on the opponent at some point, because again, your debuffs are increased. And then with special 3, you apply 5 stacks of webbing. So let's go over the gameplay right now. So this is the Captain Marvel fight. So this is just him with Suicides at rank 3. So let's check this out. So he applies those taunts, as you can see, while they are stunned, 75% chance, pretty much guaranteed. Now you're gonna see the special 1, which will apply 1 stack of webbing. So you got 2 webs, which means you get the suppression and you got the decelerate. As you can see, those gray debuffs, those 2 gray debuffs, as the timer wears off as the opponent is moving. So if you keep hitting them, it will be paused. But now, as you can see, it starts to like slightly wear off. And then the second special 1, it applied those 4 webs, which means we double the debuffs with the awaken ability. And if we go for a 5th web, we can stack them up to 3 times. And I believe now I'm going for a special 2, which you will see some decent damage. If he doesn't crit, it's not too much. But remember, it's the taunts that give us the lower the opponent's physical resistance. As you can see, the damage is really nice while the opponent is stunned, but the bad thing is that you lose your damage once the stun wears off, because their physical resistance is only reduced while they're stunned. Like, you're gonna see some 10,000 light attacks right there, some real nice 15,000 medium attack. That's pretty good with just himself. And as you can see, we now have 3 of those webs, so there's only 1 stack of those debuffs again. So our debuffs are slightly lasting a little bit longer, and that counts for taunts too, because we have that debuff. What's it called again? The decelerate debuff, I believe it's called. So this fight we didn't get lucky with the crits on the L2, but man, you will see the next fight is just it's just mad. You will see we're gonna go for the SP3, which is the best, because you get the 5 stacks of webbing, which means you get all 3 debuffs 3 times. So you're gonna see some crazy stuff right here. So onto the Juggernaut, and plus, like, I'm not sure what that debilitate debuff. I'm not sure if debilitate is the one that's increasing your debuff duration, or if that's the decelerate. But one of them is failing Juggernaut's unstoppable. The one that has like the slow icon. It's not guaranteed, but you will see. Unfortunately, it doesn't say in the description, but I think you can fail abilities. That's something you can do. So we're getting a lot of taunts right now, and I'm gonna go for the L3. Now this fight might be a little bit weird in the beginning, because we're actually taunting him so much that he's throwing the specials, and we don't want that for Juggernaut. But once we build up those debuffs, he's not gonna be proccing a lot of those unstoppables anyway. So you'll see, this is gonna be probably the last special one that we're gonna bait in a long time. So again, special 3, pretty simple. We apply 5 stacks of webbing. If we have Awaken, we're gonna get 3 stacks of each debuff. So this is gonna increase even my parry stuns a little bit, I believe. Or actually, no, that's what it says. It says parry doesn't count. That's what it means. So yeah, the debility debuff is the one that's increasing my duration on the debuffs. So yeah, look at this special 2 now. Unfortunately, there he popped the unstoppable, but this SP2 will be super strong. Look at the stun too. 38,000. Look at the stun. 13,000. And now he's stunned for a really big time, so we're getting a lot of those taunts. Now, unfortunately, there, I thought I was at the special 2, but we threw the special 1. But we got 6 of those webs, so that means 3 debuffs. And sorry, that you need to have 5+, so like +5 to get the 3rd debuff. So with the special 3, you're gonna get 2 of the same, or you're gonna get all those 3 debuffs, but two stacks. And then if you go for another special 1, it's gonna give you +1 webbing, which means you're gonna get 6. That means all of them for 3 times. And did you see the damage right now? You're not gonna expect this. Look at this. 116,000. So take a look at this special 2, man. Like, that was, we had 6 taunts, only 6 taunts. Look at this damage. 68,000, and look at my medium attacks. 10,000 with just, and now we're ramping our damage up because he's stunned, and we're getting more taunts. And that is why, with like 15 taunts, we dealt 116,000, and with 6 taunts, we dealt 68,000. So we almost doubled the damage with just 10 more taunts. So that's what happens when you go for the L3. Again, you get like 5 webs, and again, if you see the Awaken ability, I can show you. The Awaken ability right now, it says +5, you get stacks of 3. But because we're getting just 5, it means we're gonna follow the line above, which means 4+ debuffs from webbing can stack up to 2 times. So after the L3, they're gonna stack 2 times. But then if you go for another special 1, which the special 1 gives you 1 stack of webbing, you're gonna have 6 if you're being aggressive and the opponent doesn't move and go out of the web, like it says. Then you're gonna have 3, because you're gonna have 6, which is +5. And if you stack all of them, man, you get like a debility debuff of 25% potency, which means 75% chance, or sorry, 75% more duration of your debuffs. The suppression is gonna be 30% potency, because you're gonna have it tripled, and the decelerate. Man, this is, honestly, to be honest, this is a very simple buff. And symbol buffs are cool. But I think this guy is going to be like, he's going to have his uses because his taunt is just so good. Like, you're going to be baiting specials left and right. And his damage is actually quite nice. Especially with some node combinations, this guy could go crazy. Because in the special 2, I don't think it says, does it say personal debuffs? So, what sounds like the opponent's personal physical resistance is lowered by, for each taunt. So you could have like a node that increases your debuff duration or something. And then you get a lot of taunts. But you saw that was 116,000 of that Juggernaut with class advantage and rank 3. Wasn't even rank 4. That was just by him. So yeah, guys, I think something could change about this buff. Exactly how America Chavez and Gore were. Because this is a beta, of course. So when it gets to the main server, or gets added to the main server, which I don't know when it's going to be, it might be changed. So keep that in mind. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think about Spider-Man. And if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.